Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Having said that, now begins this beautiful section. Each verse we will explain so that you understand how Bhagwan manifests, when an avatar takes place, what is the purpose for which Bhagwan takes avatar, or to achieve what, for whom Bhagwan takes avatar, and how this knowledge is so beneficial for our spiritual growth. Now Bhagwan continues to say,
Ajopi sannavyayatma Bhutanam ishwaropi san Prakritim swamadhisthaya Sambhavamyatma mayaya.
Jiva is born out for bearing the fruits of his actions and for his desire. And if in Bhagwan there is no dharma, adharma, right? There is no desire, no vasanas, then how can Bhagwan take avatar? For what will Bhagwan take avatar? But think about it, no? Jiva has got plenty of desires, endless desires, and very limited ability, energy, power. And Ishvara, Bhagwan, Lord, has infinite power and no desire. Therefore, they make a good combination. Your energy can use for better reasons, or what it will be used for, because you have no desire. Yeah? You have all the channeled energy, and I am need. That's why the Goswami Tulsidas ji says, "Main patita tum patita pavan, ko ubhana kya bane, main hari patita pavan sune." Yeah, you have the ability to lift up even the lowest of all people, fallen people, and I am the lowest of all. So I think we make a good pair together, no? Yeah. The bow has the elasticity. The arrow has to reach its mark. Therefore, the two together, make a good combination. Because the bow has nowhere to go, but has got the elasticity. The arrow has to reach its destination, but has got no movement. Therefore, the combination is good, right? So that's why Bhagwan says, Ajaha api san avyayatma. Even though by nature I am unborn. Ajaha. The Gurudev's name also first. Om Ajaya Namaha. Aja. One who is unborn. What do you mean by unborn? That which is ever present which is not created, because anything that is created in time will also perish. Therefore, avyaya, being unborn, I am unchanging, beyond time, unchanging, and also imperishable. So even though I am unborn and imperishable, okay, by nature, somebody might be changeless, but someone more powerful, like the mud doesn't become pot, but there's someone who can shape it into a pot. Bhutanam Ishwaropi San. Nobody can force me into anything, because I am the Ishvara, the Lord of the creator to the amoeba. I am the creator and the ruler of the entire universe. Again here, Bhagwan's Nirgun Swarupa as Aja and Avyaya, and as Bhutanam Ishvara as creator, sustainer and dissolver of the universe. Therefore, the Sagun nature of Bhagwan is indicated. So, I who am imperishable, unborn, imperishable because I am unborn, of the nature of Sat, ever existent. At the same time, I am the Lord of all beings, and therefore not wanting of anything, nor ruled by anyone that can force or cause some fear or compulsion to do something. So, Bhutanam Ishwaropi Sam. Prakritim Swamadishtaya Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. Now, this word Maya, people write theses about it. And they get a PhD because they come to no conclusion as to what Maya is. Maya means the power of illusion, in simple words. So, Atma Mayaya. And from where does this power, this Shakti arises? From me only. My own Maya. By saying Atma Maya, at this moment we are under the influence of Maya, the illusion of the world, and our own delusory attachments, as well as our delusory identifications with our body, mind and intellect. So, Maya, by which I am ignorant of my true nature, and then identify and project something that is not there. So, that is called as Maya. And by saying Atma Maya means that Maya of which I am the controller, the yielder. So, with my power of Maya. Now, when we are born, we are under the influence of our Prakriti, our vasanas, our nature. And we are compelled to act according to our nature. Prakriti, the whole universe of the 5 elements that we call as nature in English also, Prakriti. Again, our body made up of those 5 elements, mind and intellect, of the 5 subtle elements, they are all conditioned by Prakriti, by matter, as well as by our own prakriti, our own nature, our own patterns, our own habits, our vasanas. So Bhagwan, when you come into matter, then matter matters, right? Prakritim swamadhisthaya. Having full mastery over my prakriti, my nature, sambhavami, not just bhavami, sambhavami. There is a uniqueness in my manifestation. Atma mayaya. So my birth is out of my maya, the power of illusion, and therefore Bhagwan's birth, even in the physical form that we see, is unlike our birth. And therefore Bhagwan says later on, Janma karma cha me divyam yo veti tattvataha. Now even when you read Bhagavatam and Ramayana, Bhai Pragata Kripala Deena Dayala Shalya Hitakari. How Goswami Tulsidas ji in such beautiful words, Bhai Prakata Kripala. In Bhagavatam also, Vasudev, he just sees that Adbhuta, that wonderful child. So Bhagwan manifested, did not take birth from the mother's womb. And therefore even Kaushalya Mata says, Mama Uravasi Yaha Upahasi. That the world will say that you stayed in my womb. This is the greatest comedy. But they will not come to know about it because she saw Bhagwan outside her. Now they say, oh, this Puranas say. So Bhagwan manifests. And even when you talk about Bhagwan's departing from this world, you never had the death body of Ramchandra ji nor of Krishna. They appeared and they disappeared. And when I say controlling over my own prakriti, my nature, Bhagwan's even form is not a material form. This is said in Bhagavad and Puranas. But that's maybe very difficult for us to digest right now. But Bhagwan, when he says Atma Mayaya and Prakritim Swamadhisthaya, so how does the formless take the form? It is only out of the power of Maya, illusion. The formless appears as the form. And Bhagwan is going to tell the secret of your birth also, so don't worry. The formless appears, does not become the form, but appears as the form. Atma Mayaya. Now, when you say Atma Maya, Maya means the power of projection, the power of delusion, or the power of illusion. But there is another meaning for this word Maya. Maya Manusha Vesha Liladhara Deva Madhusudana. You have sing this bhajan also. Keshava Madhava Jayadeva Madhusudana. When you say Maya Manush, and of course you give your names also to your daughters Maya. And then those who study now, Vedanta, and they say, how can you give the name Maya? Your daughter is a delusion. But this word Maya when you say, towards our children there is moha maya. Yeah? One meaning is delusory attachment. But in this world, for us, attachment and love means the same thing, right? Actually, maya, when you say Atma Maya, in Bhagavatam, there's elaborate explanation when Bhagwan plays his flute before the Ras Leela. Yeah? That Bhagwan's nature, when Bhagwan manifests, yeah? And that is love. Yeah? When Bhagwan's nature, which is Ananda Swarupa, manifests, it becomes love. That's why love means giving happiness to the beloved. And therefore, Atma Mayaya, I am not born out of any want, desire, or need of mine. I manifest only out of love. Yeah? And love requires no reason. Yeah? Love gives and does without any self-purpose. Because even if there is Bhagwan's own purpose, purpose is in a limited person. Yeah? Out of my love, I manifest. See, so 3 things pointed out here. Yeah? By nature, I am unborn and imperishable, changeless. I am the Lord of the universe. That's why sambhavami, that I, in a very unique manner, manifest, not compelled by my vasanas or karmas like jivas are. Keeping my entire prakriti, and okay, you manifested in the form, but then don't you get conditioned by the form? But I am in control. I am very well aware of my supreme nature, and I am in control of my lower nature. 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan will explain that. We come under the sway of matter. Bhagavan is the Lord of matter. Because sometimes people think, and then people say also, when Bhagavan, after he killed Ravan, then he became very human, and that's why, then afterwards, Ramchandra ji got affected by the gossip and all that. Hare Baba. Yeah. Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. Only out of my love I have manifested, and I am in full control of matter, being fully aware of my divine nature, and therefore not under the sway of matter. Yeah? See how beautifully Bhagavan has explained what is the difference between a jiva, birth, and the manifestation of Bhagavan as an avatar. Now the question is, when does Bhagavan take avatar? And Bhagavan says, very, very famous verse, everybody's heard from the Bhagavad Gita.
Yada hi dharmasya
Yada hi dharmasya
Glanirbhavati Bharata
Glanirbhavati Bharata
Abhyutthanam
Abhyutthanam
Tadatmanam srijamyaham
Tadatmanam Srijamyaham. Bhagavan says, when does he take avatar? Yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. Whenever there is the decline of dharma in society, and in the individual life. And he addresses Arjuna here very appropriately as Bharata. And through Arjuna, he's addressing all of us born in the land of Bharat. And this land of Bharat, today also when I traveled around the world, where every possible earlier culture has been destroyed and wiped off, doesn't it make us wonder why this land of Bharat has maintained its timeless, most ancient knowledge system and culture? Somebody asked Gurudev, no? Why only in Bharat does avatar take place? He said, because Bhagwan is safe in Bharat. Because not even any son of God or prophet of God was spared. Suppose somebody said, I am God, what would have happened? This is one place, this land of light, Ba, of radiance, of sun worshippers and admirers. This is one land where we respect the very source of knowledge, not crucify them, ostracize them, torture them, burn them, hang them. Yeah. So only when the invaders came that our gurus and saints and sages had to go through what they did to their saints and sages, and today they are following them. No? This land of Bharat, every time there has been a decline in Dharma or onslaught on Dharma, some child of this Bharat rises up, or some avatar takes place. Yeah? And because we revere and accept such avatars, that, or even such saints and sages, that this knowledge has survived, this culture has survived, Dharma has survived. That's why also it is not only, it is called as Avyaya or Sanatan, because it leads us to that which is eternal, permanent, but it has remained permanently there. In between, there is some loss to the majority, but obviously somewhere the trace of that knowledge is there. So he says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. Hey Bharata, hey Arjuna, O children of this land, whenever there is decline of dharma, abhyutthanam adharmasya, and where there is rise of adharma, tadatmanam srijamyaham, then I, the Supreme Lord, who is unborn, imperishable, who is the Lord of the entire universe, as Gurudev would say, that when no one else can handle the situation, the boss himself wears the gumboots, and descends into the labor camp. So then Bhagwan takes avatar. Now to understand when Bhagwan takes avatar, Bhagwan says when there is decline of dharma. Now dharma, people call religion as dharma, righteousness as dharma, some set of values as dharma, and we Indians, dharma means our duty. None of this meaning is wrong, but to understand what is the essence, what you call as dharma, and then you will understand what is the decline of dharma and what happens when there is decline of Dharma. And adharma is not the absence of dharma. It is the opposite of dharma. It's not the absence of dharma is adharma. It is the opposite of adharma. Now, this is a very important topic because what does the Bhagavad Gita teach us? Mama dharma. It starts with the word dharma kshetre and ends with mati mama. And therefore people say that it teaches us dharma. Now what is dharma? Even in the Sanskrit dictionary, there are 3 pages with 3 columns each, giving the different facets or the depth of this word, and at the end of it, it goes etc., etc., etc. It is not different meanings of the word dharma, but the depth and the facets of this word dharma. Now, each Sanskrita word comes from a root word, dri, dharyate. And therefore, that which upholds, that which sustains. In short, that because of which a thing exists is called as its dharma. In a relative sense, what makes sugar sugar? Yeah? It can be brown, it can be white, it can be crystalline, it can be powdered. These are various forms, properties of sugar. But what makes sugar sugar? Without it, it is no longer sugar. Sweetness is the dharma of sugar. Yeah. That's why when Indians call dessert or desert as sweets. There's a sweet meat shop. Yeah. And they will say also, nowadays big fashion. First it was anti-fat, now it is anti-sweet. Yeah. They say, Swamiji, we brought you sweets, but they are not sweet. How can they be sweet if they are not sweet? Yeah. What is the dharma of fire that makes fire fire? Yeah. Heat and light. No? So heat. No? Have you ever seen a cold fire? If it's cold, it is not fire. And even when you are cold, fire is not there in you. Even if your speech is dull, speech was not fiery speech. That essence, because of which a thing is a thing, is called as its dharma in the highest sense. Therefore, what is the dharma of everything and everyone, including you? That existence in human being, consciousness, and we all live for happiness. Without happiness, there is no life. We don't even want a life. Is it not? So, that Sat Chit Ananda is the dharma of everyone. Therefore, in Sat Darshan, Ramana Maharshi starts, without existence can there be anyone existing? Yeah? Atma, essence, self, which is Sat, existent, which is consciousness, and which is infinite. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, only that which is infinite is totally satisfying, and therefore Ananda. So Satchidananda is the Dharma of everybody. Clear? And therefore, to recognize this Dharma of ours is our greatest Dharma. Yeah? Not only which leads us to Dharma is Dharma, so the means is also called as Dharma. And since it is the nature of everything, and we think that we have to find it and seek it, it is because of our ignorance. Therefore, that knowledge that reveals to us, therefore it says, na guror adhikam tattvam, na guror adhikam tapaha tattva jnanat param nasti. Therefore, to gain this knowledge by which we come to recognize this one essential truth in everything and everyone, that knowledge is Dharma. Therefore, all those means by which we come to recognize this Dharma, that is Satchidananda Atma, is also Dharma, of which the highest means is knowledge, which is being revealed in this chapter. That knowledge is Dharma. To gain this knowledge, we need the integrated, clear, single-pointed mind and intellect. Therefore, all those sadhanas, all those practices, whether japa or tapa, puja or dhyana, all these are also called as Dharma. That's why religion also got the name Dharma, because of the practices which lead you to tune up your mind. Mana Shodhana. To purify your mind, to gain this knowledge. And what is the first step and the most effective step to purify your mind is Karma Yoga. Yeah? Therefore, Karma Yoga is Dharma. What does that mean? That when we do our bounden duties for the well-being of everyone, that is called as Dharma. All those virtues such as sharing, compassion, kindness, which enriches our mind, calms our mind, integrates our mind, which is our duty, which unites us, are all called as Dharma, those values. Our duties also are according to our Varna and Ashrama. Yeah. Our Swabhava, our temperament, our aptitude, our education, our roles or professions in life, in housewives. Therefore, a doctor must know his duty. A doctor's duty is not to judge. Therefore, when Sushen is brought by Hanumanji to cure Lakshman, he is in a dilemma. And therefore the duties of a doctor is taught to him by Vibhishan. It is not for a doctor to judge. Same way Arjuna, he is a warrior. No? Anyone who attacks his country, anybody who is doing adharma, it is his duty to protect. Yeah. But a doctor does not have to pick up arms and start shooting people. Doctor's duty is to save lives, even if somebody who has come is from the enemy. Doctor's duty is to, therefore, to know our duties according. And caste means a profession. Yeah? Not a particular profession, but a certain aptitude for certain professions. Yeah? Which requires certain gunas, certain qualities, certain ethics. Every profession requires certain ethics. What are we doing in the role of education, teaching them engineering, medicine, without teaching them the ethics of medicine, the ethics of engineering? No? This is called as performing your duties. So therefore, duties according to our roles in life and stages in life. That when you are a student, don't become a politician. Don't go on writing. As students, your primary duty is to gain knowledge. Therefore, service of the teacher means attunement with the teacher and gaining the knowledge. When you enter the next stage of your life, where you join in profession, get married, have a family, and have a larger responsibility of running a company or a team, a larger family, therefore, India only could give for G20 the message, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. No? So to determine our duties according to our stages, a grihastha's duty is also pointed out. Grihastha doesn't only mean a married person, but those who are earning wealth, generating wealth. What are their duties? To live up to your duties. And each one with their duties only can serve the world. Therefore, your duties according to your varna and your ashrama. Vanaprastha, for retired people, is not sitting and watching soap operas or jumping from one child's home to another child's home. Their duty is now whatever they have gained, everything has to be given back to the society. Because you will not be needing much. No? Your knowledge, everything, you should be giving back to society. After retirement also they become consultants. Yeah. Now give back to society. Or they become babysitters. Yeah. And the last stage of a sannyasi. So to perform our duties, a sannyasi's duty is not a grihastha's duty. And grihasthas stop pretending to be sannyasis. Yeah. Lead towards sannyas. And if we do our duties at all our stages according to our role in our or aptitude, according to our swabhava, our swadharma, then that leads in the elimination of your vasanas, exhausting the results of your actions, and therefore integrating your mind and intellect, making your mind and intellect calm and fit for knowledge. Therefore, duty is called as dharma, not what we call as duty. This type of duty is called as dharma. And all these duties are explained in the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. This is called as dharma. Now I say, oh Swamiji, this is too much to understand. Therefore, tomorrow's discussion group. Yeah? Not lecture group, discussion group. Yeah? And in simple words, how do I determine my dharma? If our dharma is sat, existence, then to live and to let others live is dharma. Our nature is consciousness, knowledge. To become aware, to know, to gain knowledge, and to impart knowledge is dharma. Our nature is ananda, happiness. To be happy is dharma, not miserable, depressed. To be happy and share happiness with others is dharma. And this is the one dharma, the one truth of everyone. Therefore, to unite is dharma. To divide and rule is adharma. So, opposite of is dharma. To destroy, to kill unnecessary. When you kill, this is called as adharma. When you cheat and spread ignorance or deprive people of right knowledge, this is called as adharma. When you cause misery to someone and also to yourself, it is adharma. And don't call religions as dharma that divide. And not all religions do. Yeah? That which unites is dharma, that which divides is adharma. Huh? Simple to understand. And even if that what you have not understood, in Mahabharata, which is later on echoed even in other scriptures of the world, sometimes in crucial situations in life, to recognize what is my duty and conflicts of duty. Simple is, live like the great people lived and learn from their examples, or do unto others as you would want them to do to you. You want anybody to be dishonest to you? You want anybody to be rude to you? You want anyone to gossip about you? Simple, no? It causes you pain, it causes you sorrow. Don't do to others. Even with this basic, values or knowledge of dharma is lost when people are not even doing their own duties and interfering with all others. That is when Bhagwan takes avatar. Now you say, don't you think he should take right now? Therefore, one person came up to Gurudev and said, I'm going to be really very cruel. I'm going to kill, I'm going to plunder, I'm going to destroy, I'm going to be very evil. So he said, why? He said, so Bhagwan will take avatar. Gurudev laughed. He said, for mini Ravanas like you, we Swamis are enough. But don't you think now, Swamiji, so much evil is going on. It is not when there is dharma that Bhagwan will take avatar. Means Bhagwan can take avatar anytime. Yeah? It is not when there is dharma, there is no need for Bhagwan to take avatar. When there is only a dharma only. So you say there is only a dharma, why should Bhagwan take avatar? We are only going to kill each other. Yeah? Bhagwan doesn't have to kill. You know? But when dharma is being oppressed, even if it is for one Prahlad, Bhagwan will take avatar. So when does Bhagwan take avatar has been pointed out. Yeah? Now, what does Bhagwan do in his avatar? For what does Bhagwan take avatar? Will be there in the next verse, which we'll see in the morning session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.